All right, so tonight's homework's fairly important. Having done just what is really more or less straightforward practice over the last week or so. So tonight's homework is it's gonna be a little bit longer, but that's okay. We're only doing one question. All right. So now it's I don't have a ruler on here on this screen right here. So so what I did is I drew two lines already. Okay. So I drew two lines already. And so the question was this, right? And you can read this from the blog. It says, I forgot, Jeremy earns, what is it, $7.50 an hour working in a restaurant. Okay. So now, right off the bat, we need to set up a table of values. And which I probably, you know what? I usually like setting it up here, but we have no choice but to set it up here. So I'm going to set up a table of values. All right, so we're gonna now. I'm also assuming I know how fast we've gotten in class, but right now I'm doing it as if I'm trying to kind of dial a week back in time. So we're gonna look at it like this. So x, y, and x, y, x comma y, right? The ordered pair, the coordinate. Now think about this, right? As I've said in the class, we should have 5 points, 5 data points to work with this. So let's think about it. So if Jeremy doesn't do any work, right, how much would he make? Right, nothing. So the first point is 0, 0. Now, think about this for a second. If I say the point is 1, right, how much would he earn in an hour? By the way, so here, let's maybe define the variable. X stands for the hours worked. I'm running out of space. The Y stands for the money he makes. Okay, so if you work 1 hour, how much would if Jeremy works an hour, how much would he get? Right, 750, right? Now, here's the problem. It's going to be kind of hard to graph 7.5 on the graph paper. So my suggestion is that we don't do that. So let me see if I can get a red pencil because of all this technology. Let's say we don't do that. What should we do instead? Think 2 hours. How much would you get in 2 hours? Yeah, $15. That's exactly what you want because you would get a whole number that would make it easier to graph. So here we got 2 and then 15. All right. Now, so that means we're going to skip 3 because 3 you're going back to a decimal. So we're going to go to 4. How much would he make in 4 hours? That's right, $30. And then next, 6, right, which is $45. So so think about it like this. He earns $15 every 2 hours. All right. One, two, three, four. All right, let's get one more. So 8 would be how many? 8 hours would be how much? Yeah, $60. So that makes life a little bit easier for us to graph. So that's good, all right? Because there's nothing wrong with doing this. Because 1 and 7.5, when you grab it, it's on the way anyways. All these guys, that straight line includes this. So, you're not really missing anything. You're not doing anything wrong. So don't feel bad about that. Now, here I'm going to set up the XY axis. So I'm going to draw my 2 arrows. Remember that, right? All those tiny little details comes back to play. That's X. That's Y. All right. I'm going to label the sides here. So let me look at the spacing. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. You know what? You know what I'm going to do because I have so much space. You know how in class we usually skip 2 spaces? I'm going to skip 4. So I'm going to do 1. I got to look really closely. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. And then here for D, so let me label that 0, 2. Is that right? Yeah, that's fine. I'll do 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, I did 1 too many. Okay, it's okay. Now, because if I space it evenly, this would be 1, and that would be 3, that would be 5, that would be 7. So that's cool. All right. Now, let's label up. So let's see what are the numbers. 15, 30. So I could do this. I could skip 4 and just do 15, 30. But make sure you space it evenly. So don't skip 2 and then skip 4. Don't do that. If you're going to skip 4, you're going to skip 4 for everything on that axis. In other words, on the x-axis, make sure everything spaced out evenly, right? You see that? 4 spaces, so on and so forth. On the y-axis, you can space it out evenly also. So you could do 4 spaces like I'm going to do, or you go 2 spaces, 2 spaces, 2 spaces. That's nothing wrong with that. But you can't go 2 spaces here and then go 4 spaces. Your line's not going to come out right. All right, so let's see. Skip 4 spaces. 1, 5, 6, 4 spaces. 4 spaces. Okay, looking good. Now, here I'm going to write 15, 30, 45. I'm just using these numbers here. I'm looking at these numbers to tell me what to do. All right. Now, let me label this before I forget. So this is hours worked. Okay. See how bad my handwriting is. This is just money. All right. So now where are we? Here we have the first point, 0, 0, right? If Jeremy doesn't work, Jeremy doesn't get paid. All right. 2, 15. So 2, 15, you can just go like this. Now, the great thing about having this 2 is I could be pretty precise. So I got that going for me. So there's 430, 645, 8. What is this? 860. Now, again, I don't have a line to connect this. So, you know what I'm going to do? Let me go use the tool from this, and I'm going to draw a line to connect them. Okay, it's going to be tricky, so please be patient. Draw a line here, connect the points, click back, and then come right back here. That's it, done. All right, not bad. All right, could have been worse. Let's see. So, all right, back to here. I'm going to draw an arrow. All right, because the thing keeps going. Now, what am I missing? Missing the title, right? Working in a restaurant. Jeremy at you know what I like about this? This allows me to let me just kind of use cursive letters, which is actually bad because now you see how terrible my handwriting is. But that's okay. All right, that's the title. What else am I missing? Guys, I mean, one of the good mindsets for you to adopt is always assume you're missing something. Okay, don't assume you got everything. That's the wrong approach. Always assume you're missing something. Then you could be vigilant about looking for the mistakes or the things you left out. Now, if we haven't gotten to this part of what I'm about to do in class, it's okay. But if we do then why don't we just keep going forward? Okay. Now, so the question is this, right? Knowing that he makes $7.50 an hour, what's the constant of proportionality, or K, right? The concept, how much is it? What's the unit rate, in other words, right? Because unit rate from last week or 2 weeks ago is called a different thing, even though it's the same thing, right? It's called a constant proportionality. So what's the unit rate here? Yeah, he makes $7.50 per hour, so it's 7.5. Okay, so that's 750. Now, the equation, right, follows this rule. Y equals to K times X, right? So that stands for this. So the equation then is 7.5X. These don't change because X just depends on the number of hours worked, and the number of hours worked, the independent variable, affects the dependent variable, which is how much money it makes. So let me say that one more time. How many hours Jeremy works determines how much money he makes. So you see why I'm pointing at the Y here? Okay, so that's the relationship. So I'm going to write the equation here. Because again, in 8th grade, you're going to have more than one line on the same graph at the same time. So you have to kind of give the graph a name. Okay, now let's see what else I missed? I always feel I'm missing something. All right, so I label arrows, arrows, X, Y, straight line, space out evenly with the numbers, All right, I would give myself a 3 out of 3. All right, so try to grade your own work, okay, like I do in class for you guys. So, okay, I think that's it. So that's not too bad. Thanks for watching, okay? And if you got this right, then congratulations. Good job. Okay, all right, thanks for watching. Bye.
OMG, that was so good.